Because I have nothing to hide. Like, I have nothing to run from.
You are crazy.
A rapper's ride. Soon after we spoke, Durk Banks, a.k.a. the performer Lil Durk, emerged from his lawyer's space and headed toward an SUV. Soon after that, he stepped out in front of the Fulton County Jail. One of his lawyers says he was swiftly taken into custody there, having swiftly flown back to Atlanta after he found out he was wanted.
We found out we had a warrant. We was actually on tour. Once I heard, I immediately came back.
He's willing to turn himself in and take care of what he needs to take care of.
We immediately canceled the tour.
He's got a multi-million-dollar salary music career going.
Did you do it? Did you disman? Did you commit the other crimes of which you're accused?
A bad background, just growing up as a child, about father being incarcerated for 25 years, 26 years. So I had a rough past, but like me moving to Atlanta, I just thought that just changed my whole.
Lil Durk is currently facing serious prison time due to allegations that he orchestrated a hit on Quando Rondo. Prosecutors are determined to keep him behind bars, digging up new evidence that could link him to multiple unsolved cases. If any of these accusations stick, it could mean the end of the road for Durk. He has denied all charges, and the case remains ongoing. But to understand why prosecutors are so relentless, let's rewind to a pivotal incident in February 2019. Durk, along with King Von Hu, had signed to OTF less than a year prior, found themselves entangled in a case that shook the rap world. Reports allege that Durk, Von, their associate THF Bezu, and Chicago rapper AAB Hellabans were involved in a robbery and shooting outside the Varsity restaurant in Atlanta. The victim, Alexander Witherspoon, was allegedly targeted, and according to police, Durk was caught on camera firing shots from his custom Jeep Trackhawk, the one with the big 300 plastered on the side. However, surveillance footage from the scene doesn't tell a straightforward story. What it does show is pure chaos. An SUV reportedly linked to the suspects pulls up, and moments later, all hell breaks loose. A struggle erupts near one of the vehicles, and at one point, a man wearing green shoes is seen running and stumbling multiple times.
This is right before it starts. This is the car, and this is the SUV.
Okay.
So you're gonna see it in just 1 second.
So the car with the lights on was also involved.
That's the car that the gentleman was in. Like I said, if you're looking at it, hey guys, so in a minute you're about to see it.
Okay.
So I can't tell where he came up from, but you're gonna see the green shoes in a minute.
Okay.
Get your elbow over a little bit.
So look at right here. This is the car. The SUV behind it is the SUV. And all those girls are talking in the SUV. And in 1 second, you're gonna see the guy get out tussling. It looks like they're in the back tussling or something, but you really can't tell what's going on. But if you see inside of that car, you see all that tussling.
Right.
So this is the guy.
It's
That's the guy with the green shoes. He's trying to push the door and all that. So I don't know if he has a firearm too, but I know he falls a couple of times.
Okay, there he is.
That's him. That's him steady running.
He got hit.
He's steady running, and then you'll see him fall out in front of us.
For weeks after the incident, Durk and Von carried on as if nothing had happened, while Atlanta police quietly worked to build their case. But by May 2019, the wall started closing in. King Von was taken down in a dramatic arrest that quickly went viral. Over 30 officers swarmed O-Block to bring him in.
So this is the gentleman we were chasing, but on video they went back, went under the cars where we think he ditched it, got in the vehicle, we stopped the vehicle, get him out, battery, fight with that, vehicle takes off on us when we got this, and then we get about 50 people around us, so.
What happened?
You're gonna go to jail for battery to a police officer.
Who I hit?
Me?
Where?
And you also.
I got everything.
Where at?
Thank you very much. We'll take it
I've been
then.
cuffed since I was in the country. If I go home, it's Valentine's.
After Von's arrest, Durk took to Twitter with a simple but powerful message: Free V. But just as the dust began to settle, tragedy struck again. A week later, AAB Helaband's real name, Amir Gastonwas, shot and killed outside a Miami nightclub in what was believed to be a revenge hit. This wasn't a random act of violence. Helaband's had a history. Back in 2015, he was allegedly responsible for the murder of Chris Smokes, a rapper affiliated with the LSG 109th crew, also known as the Kush Cowboys. This crew had deep ties to major alliances like the Gangster Disciples and the Black Gangster Disciple Nation. 4 years later, the streets caught up with him. An LSG member named Austin Hall reportedly tracked him down in Miami and ended his life right in front of a packed nightclub.
From the Miami Beach Police Department shows people running for their lives on South Beach. Moments later, this man is seen running diagonally across Washington Avenue. Miami Beach Police now say they believe this is the man who opened fire, killing 24-year-old Amir Golston, better known as rapper AAB Helaband.
Just 2 days after Helaband's death, THF Bezu was arrested in Chicago as a fugitive linked to the same Atlanta case. Meanwhile, despite the chaos surrounding their legal troubles, Von and Durk kept their music careers thriving. Shortly after Von's arrest, he dropped the remix of his hit track Crazy Story featuring Lil Durk, which exploded in popularity, racking up over 122 million views, and even landing on the Billboard Global 200. And just when it seemed like things couldn't get any messier, Durk took to X to announce that he would be turning himself in the next day. But before doing so, he made a stop at his lawyer's office to clear the air, declaring his innocence and insisting that he had left his past affiliations behind.
Be out here. Be out here. Yo, what's up? You know, you get in type of that in a predicament like this, you would sit back and be like, damn, like why I ain't never do this more? Why I ain't never do this with my kids more? Why I ain't do this with my pops more or my mama? You know what I'm saying? So it just set me down, so I just understand.
In court, Von and Durk's appearance together only solidified their infamous evil twins image rappers whose ruthless lyrics mirrored their real-life reputations. But despite the legal drama, their momentum never slowed. In fact, Durk capitalized on the moment, dropping the track Turn Myself. In the same day he surrendered, fueling even more attention. Prosecutors argued that the entire case was gang-related, but Durk's pastor and record label stepped in to defend him, presenting a different narrative. After some back and forth in court, Durk was granted a $250,000 bond, with the judge ruling that he wasn't a flight risk. The moment he walked free, Durk wasted no time. He hopped on Instagram Live, sprinting out of jail like a man who had just dodged a serious bullet. After posting a $300,000 bail, but the judge threw a curveball, and Durk were officially banned from being around each other. No music, no club appearances, no performances together. The evil twins couldn't even share a stage anymore. For fans who had followed their rise, this separation was a major blow. But things took an even darker turn. Fast forward to February 2020, and King Von dropped Took Her to the OA track that instantly took the internet by storm. The song tells the story of Von bringing a woman back to his home turf, O Block, but the music video is where the real controversy started. Fans noticed an eerie tone, with many claiming the visuals were a direct shot at FBG Duck. One scene in particular had people talking an actor resembling Duck is left for dead, fueling speculation that the video was more than just storytelling. Within 6 months of its release, Von and his circle were named in reports tying them to a real-life conspiracy. Media outlets began connecting the dots, suggesting that the long-standing feud between FBG Duck's STL EBT crew and Von's O Block had reached its peak. These two factions, separated by just a few blocks on Chicago's South Side, had been at war for over a decade, with tragic losses on both sides. The alliances ran Deeper Block, Lamron, and 600, representing the Black Disciples BDs versus STL EBT, and Gyro City under the Gangster Disciples GDs. Lil Durk found himself caught in the middle early on, Coming out of Englewood, his Lamron set wasn't directly beefing with Duck's camp at first, but by aligning with Chief Keef and O-Block, Durk was pulled into the conflict. Back in 2011, Durk's name was tied to a shooting in Woodlawn, further cementing his ties to the BD side. Then came the infamous diss tracks Duck's I'm from St. Lawrence, and Lil Jojo's BDK Both, taking direct shots at Durk's camp. The tension between these two factions didn't stay in the music. It spilled into the streets. Things escalated. Even further in 2017 after King Von lost his close friend T. Roy. In response, FBG Duck and his crew, including FBG Brick, wasted no time mocking T. Roy's death on social media fanning the flames of an already deadly rivalry.
They so happy, it been funny as hell, cause I know folks know proud, they got him out the way. I know I'm on live, G, shut the f***. It's funny. Before you even get it, it just came on, but still, this is damn, it deleted instantly, G. It just came on. Damn, T. Roy got popped?
Why you think the cap so?
When did that happen?
Why you got to play a car garage?
When did T. Roy get popped?
Pulling out the right car.
Damn, somebody popped him. Is he dead? Is he dead? Did he die? Damn, merchant, they popped T. Roy. It must don't be, it must ain't that important shit. It ain't all over the internet. I ain't see it. Shit. He must not be dead. Damn, he died, merchant.
When news of T. Roy's death broke, reactions were immediate and ruthless. Live streams and social media posts showed people in disbelief, questioning whether it had really happened. Damn, T. Roy got poked. When did that happen? Is he dead? Did he die? Damn, merch, they poked T. Roy. The disrespect didn't go unnoticed. On's camp responded by forming the Get Back Ganga crew, laser-focused on avenging their fallen members. What followed was a tragic wave of retaliations, including the deaths of FBG Duck's brother and other STL Wanch EBT affiliates. Despite the mounting violence, Duck kept dropping music, releasing tracks like Slide and Chicago Legends. The latter shocked fans because, for once, Duck paid tribute to fallen rappers, including Durk's cousin, Nuskiwam he had previously dissed. But if Duck thought this would smooth things over, he was mistaken. Von and Durk weren't having it. Von clapped back with Took Her to the O. And let's just say, the visuals weren't exactly subtle in mocking Duck. In response, Duck dropped I'm from 63rd and Dead BH, escalating things by calling out members of O-Block and 600 who were no longer alive. Then in August 2020, everything came to a head. FBG Duck was caught in a brutal daytime ambush in Chicago's upscale Gold Coast, just steps away from the Dolce & Gabbana store. 5 O-Block members, C. Murda, Kenny Mack, Los, C-Thang, and Marcus Smartware charged in connection with the hit. 6th suspect Zell Muni tragically took his own life before charges could even be filed. Surveillance footage traced the shooter's route, making the O-Block connection undeniable. But the aftermath made things even messier. Allegations surfaced that King Von had put a $100,000 bounty on Duck. Reports claimed Von handed out O-Block chains and stacks of cash like trophies after the hit. Apparently, he funded 16 custom chains to celebrate, and guess who was allegedly spotted wearing one of them? Yep, Lil Durk. When Von was killed in November 2020, any potential charges against him disappeared, but Durk's name continued to surface. Legal documents even suggested that he held a high-ranking position within the BD hierarchy, further fueling speculation about his involvement in the ongoing street war.